welcome everyone from Cricketers Academy Ground 2. You're watching Piomatic Royal Champions Trophy Season 5 powered by Jersey Smith, and this is the sixth encounter of this edition. The clash is between Laila Cricket Club and Inspire Cricket Club. It's a bright and sunny day and the match is just about to kickstart, but before that, the toss happened earlier where Ahmed bin Parvez was down there with two captains.
Welcome to match number 6. This is a Group A encounter between Laila Cricket Club and Inspire Cricket Club. With me I have the two captains, Yasin and Nahid. Yasin will flip the coin. We'll have to redo that. Tails is the call. And heads has won. So Laila Cricket Club have won the toss. Yasin, কি করার সিদ্ধান্ত নিচ্ছেন এবং কেন?
না, আমরা ব্যাটিং করব, কারণ মাঠটা একটু বড় আছে আর উইকেটে দেখলাম সকাল থেকে টার্ন হচ্ছে ভালোই, যেহেতু একটু রোদ পড়ছে মনে হয় এখন বেস্ট টাইম ব্যাট করার জন্য। আর যদি একটা ভালো বোর্ড টোটাল আসে তাহলে ইনশাল্লাহ আশা করি যে আমার বোলাররা রাখতে পারবে।
ইনিশিয়ালি যখন প্রথম ম্যাচটা দেখেছেন নিশ্চয়ই একটা ধারণা পাওয়া গেছে, ওটার বেসিসেই নিশ্চয়ই সিদ্ধান্তটা যে হয়তো পরের দিকে উইকেটটা আরও একটু কঠিন হতে পারে ব্যাটিংয়ের জন্য।
না, আমরা আসলে ওইটাই দেখছি, আমি সকালে দেখতেছিলাম যে বেশ বড় বড় টার্ন হচ্ছে। এখন প্ল্যান হচ্ছে একটা ভালো স্কোর বোর্ডে দেওয়ার জন্য, যাতে আমার বোলাররা সেফলি বল করতে পারে।
স্কোরটা কেমন হতে পারে, কি ধারণা আছে?
স্কোরটা যেহেতু মাঠটা বড়, আমরা 170 180 একটা আশা করতেছি টোটাল।
অল দ্য বেস্ট ইয়াসিন।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
আগে বোলিং করতে হচ্ছে, টসে জিতলে আসলে কি করতেন?
আসলে টসে জিতলে আমাদের ব্যাটিং এর প্ল্যান ছিল ব্যাটিং করার জন্য।
এখন যেহেতু আগে বল করতে হচ্ছে, কত রানের মধ্যে আসলে প্রতিপক্ষকে আটকাতে চান?
আমরা চেষ্টা করবো 140-এর ভিতরে রাখার জন্য।
আর প্রথম ম্যাচটা যেহেতু হেরেছেন, কোনো কি চাপ অনুভূত হচ্ছে নাকি এই ব্রেকটার পর খুব উজ্জীবিত হয়ে এই টুর্নামেন্টটা আবারও ফিরতি খেলতে আসছেন?
আসলে প্রথম ম্যাচটা একটু লাইটের কারণে আমাদের একটু ব্যাটসম্যানদের একটু সমস্যা ছিল, জেতার ম্যাচ ছিল, তবে আমাদের কিছু ভুল ছিল, ভুলগুলো এই ম্যাচে ইনশাল্লাহ আমরা কভার করে দেব।
অল দ্য বেস্ট।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
So the news from the center is Laila Cricket Club have won the toss and they have elected to bat first.
So, this is what has transpired in the middle. Laila Cricket Club, they have won the flip of the coin and decided to bat first. And that's quite understandable because they have a solid lineup of batting. They want to put a mammoth total on the board and then thrash the opponent with their quality bowling lineup. And of course, run rate will be a factor that they will be focusing on as they're leading the table right now. Laila Cricket Club, they would love to continue that winning streak in this game as well. The players are out. The umpires have already taken their positions and we're just about to begin the second encounter of the day. It's very hot, it's humid, it's difficult for everyone out there, the players, the umpires, and of course the organizers who are doing a tremendous job for making this tournament a big success. Nishu Hamid Chaudhary and the team, they're working very, very hard behind this edition of Piomatic Royal Champions Trophy Season 5, powered by Jersey Smith, co-sponsored by Nexus Eurobangla Foundation. The first game of the day was a one-sided affair. Phantom Cricketers took on Pando Design Limited and they were thrashed by the all-round performance of Pando Design. The Bando batters were phenomenal and they chased the total within 14 overs. That wasn't a big total, that must be said. Only 109 runs to get from 20 overs. So we are all set for the first ball. Here we go. Well, aggression straight away. The batter was looking to play a wild hike, but finds nothing on the bat. Down the leg, but straight to the fielder. It was short in terms of length as well. So Sharafat Hussain Rohan could easily go for a big shot, but he decided to stay cautious. Exactly, that's what he is shadowing now. That could be the option for him to go over the top of the fielder at mid wicket. But he kept the ball grounded and the ball went straight to the fielder. Well bowled. Much better delivery. Fuller. And exactly on the middle stump. Really forced the batter to defend it. Ursulan is the bowler who started the proceedings for Inspire Cricket Club. Has got some good pace. If he can shape the ball back into the right-hander, he could be a deadly customer. Ariel shouts of catch it, and the catch has been taken. That's the first blood, and it has been drawn by Arsalan. Once again, fuller in length. Rohan was trying to drive the ball over the top of mid-off, but he found the fielder, and that was a very good take, that must be said. The fielder had to cover a bit of ground and had to get low as well for collecting the ball. We'll have to have a second look for describing that catch again, but that was a fantastic grab. So the first wicket has fallen down. Yes. Look how nicely he grabbed it. Bit of dive. Not dive, in fact. It was a glide, and then the collection was so good. Safe pair of hands from the mid-off fielder, and that brings the end of Sharafat Hussain Rohan's innings before start. He goes for a duck. But it's a very good start for Inspire Cricket Club. It's none for one. So the new batter comes in. Straight away gets off the mark. and brings Ishan Bonik to the strike, who was one of the openers. So now this left and right hand combination is going to pose a challenge on Arsalan, because in amateur cricket we often see the fast bowlers struggling to maintain that line when the left and right hand combination is out. But he seems to have a very good control, especially the way he rectified his length in the first over and got the wicket of Rohan. That goes to show that he's quite aware of the situation, that where he needs to pitch the ball and how to give trouble to the batters. Off the pads, and that will trickle down to the ropes. The first boundary of this match, and it's off the leg by. Arsalan won't be happy, but the batters will be. So that's the end of the first. After one, it's 5 for none. So a combination of pace and spin. A spinner from the other end. A lusty blow, and that's in the gap as well, but a fielder intervenes and sends back to the keeper. So only a single. Well, the batter was eyeing to go for a big hike. Hasn't quite found the middle of the bat on that occasion. Off the back foot, through the gap, will result in a boundary. First boundary of the gap of the bat, and this comes of the will of Ishan Bonik. Well, it kept low. Then again, he went to the back foot, but he threaded the field with utmost ease. As the power plays are on, he can take the advantage of the field restrictions, and that's what Ishan has done. Tossed up, driven on the up, but the ball slowed down eventually. A couple of runs taken. Defended. So that's the end of the second over. After two, it's 14 for 1. Well bowled. Air Siam, in fact, was the bowler who's delivered the first over, and he's picked up the only wicket of this innings as well. Mahin and Alvi are the batters who are trying to form a partnership now. After the fall of the first, they have to reconstruct this innings, and a lot of responsibilities will be on the shoulders of Alvi and Mahir. Well bowled. Bit of zip of the surface as well. Really teasing the batter. Well bowled once again. Slightly shorter in length and more bounce. A lot of appreciation from the keeper, and the struggle persists for Mahin. He's really impressive, Siam. He's got pace, he's got some movement as well, and he's relying on the seam, not the swing. Well, this is not good batting. He's somehow swinging the bat without even seeing where the ball was. Yet again, fuller. So variation in terms of length. So no run in this over this far. 5 dots on the trot. Siam has been exemplary. Interestingly, all the deliveries he bowled outside the off stump, Mahin couldn't really placed the bat behind the ball. He was beaten by the seam. He was beaten by the bounce. And pace was also a factor. Edged. Fortunate, but not enough. The bowler was unfortunate because it was a sloppy misfield and the ball went to the fence. The frustration is evident on Siam's face. A very good over comes to a close with a boundary which has been completely streaky. Oops. That's what you don't expect from your fielders as a bowler. End of 3 after 3. It's 18 for 1. So it's Mojammil to bowl the second, beats the outside edge in the first ball. Always often moving to the back foot, but this wasn't a delivery to negotiate on the back foot. He should have gone to the front. The ball kept low and was fuller as well. So in those deliveries, you need to be on your front foot. Yet again, the ball kept low. It's a good shot over the covers, and that will have enough legs to run all the way. A pressure releasing stroke from Alvi, and that'll hopefully break the shackles for Laila Cricket Club. They were right under the cosh. This boundary will remove the pressure from them. That's what they will expect. Yet again, the ball keeping low, but Alvi was on top of it. Full toss, and it has been dealt with a lot of disdain. It's out of here, and certainly a new ball has to be brought in. Well, it was a juicy full toss, a gift for Alvi, and he accepted that gleefully as well. Went straight back over the bowler's head, and it's out of the park. Easy as you like. Full power exerted, and it's gone a long, long way. Had those long levers to fly. Goes again. Inside out. Back to back sixes from Alvi. He's decided to get a move on. And as my co commentator said, one of the best shots of the day. I don't think one of the best, it's the best in my opinion. Because it wasn't that bad delivery. The last delivery was the full toss, but this time around it was pitched up. Lovely timing. It came from the middle of the blade, and Mojammel is right under the kosh. 16 runs already from this Mojammel over. Still a ball to be bowled. A dot to end the expensive over. After 4, it's 34 for 1. Siam comes and has been greeted with a 4. But it's too wide outside the off stump. And Mahin says thank you very much. Apart from the first over, this was a delivery which can be deemed as a poor one from Siam. He was very much consistent from the get go, but this time he went too wide outside the off stump and Mahin really flashed, hasn't moved his feet much. He was just flashing outside the off stump and the ball took the outside neck. Goes straight up, shouts of catch it. Is there someone? There is. Easily grabbed. Easiest of the catches for the fielder. And that's the end of a pathetic knock from Mahin. He was struggling throughout this innings. And that's the end in a pathetic way as well. So Siam gets his second wicket and removes Mahin from the equation. 38 for 2. So Shovon, the new man in for Hanzani Shovon. The right-handed batter usually opens the innings, but now batting at number 4, one of the most important positions of a batting lineup. He's a very hard hitter of the cricket ball. But now, under this situation, Shovon needs to be a little circumspect. Fumble from Ronnie, and that leaks a single. Shouts of catch it, but it's over the top. And it will have enough legs. Will it have? Will it? Nope. The test of this outfield has been taken once again, and it hasn't passed on this occasion. Although there wasn't much power behind the shot, it was all timing. But in the meantime, Alvi gets a couple of runs. Goes wide, and rightfully called a wide. It's very hot in the mid, as we already spoke about it, so there must be sweat on the hands of the fast bowlers, so that might play a role about gripping the ball. And if the ball slips out, of course, white can be given. The fast bowlers will be using handkerchiefs for evading that problem. Down the leg, but not called a wide. As per the new law, if the ball is not far away from the batter, then it will be deemed as a legal delivery. So something more to the bowler. After 5, it's 42 for 2, and there will be a change of voice in the comm box. Ahmed bin Barbas will be joining in.
Thank you very much, Alif Tasnim. One more over left in the power plays. Win toss, bat first. That has been the ploy from Laila Cricket Club. So far, they've done a decent job. 42 for 2 after 5. Left arm spin to be introduced. Final over of the power plays. Keeper comes up, has a little chat with a fellow fielder out there. Usually someone who comes in to bat first or open the innings is out here at number 4, Shobhun. They have a plan in place. Electing to bat first, the idea is to get to 170 and then put some pressure onto the opponent. Inspire Cricket Club, they need to inspire themselves. Lost their first game in the tournament, not in the best of places in the points table as well. They've seen the previous match, and that must have piled up a bit more pressure on them. With Bando Design winning their game, got their first points on the board, as has Laila in their first match. Phantom Cricketers with 1 win from 2 games as well. So 3 teams out of the 4 teams in Group A have some points on the board, which puts team over here, Inspire Cricket Club, a spot of bother. Have lost the toss as well, so they'll have to chase. That's pulled into safety. We'll get a single there. Ishan with that lofted pull shot. Keeping it tight and straight, though slim. Not searching for a lot of turn. Not bowling it very full. He knows the batters would be eager to step out and hit those deliveries straight down the ground. Instead, trying to keep the batters honest, keeping the ball within the stumps, bowling a tad bit quick. Current partnership, 7 of 8 deliveries. Shuffles across, improvisation, and has made best use of it. 4 runs off the bat of Alvi. It's looking good. Almost batting at a strike rate of 200 now. 30 of 16. Laila Cricket Club have moved on to 49. So the team 50 in very close proximity. Just look at that improvisation. Shuffled across. The ball was full enough and he was brave enough to sweep that behind square. Still the power plays are on, so lots of spaces in the outfield if you're brave enough to take your shots. And after 6, it's 50 for 2. So the end of the power play is 50 for 2. Ridoy will bowl his first over. Ishan Bonik. Played with soft hands there. (31 of 18). Steps out, waited for it, but still couldn't time it well enough. The wicketkeeper calls for it and takes that pretty comfortably in the end. What a wicket for Inspire Cricket Club, and an inspiring performance here. The wicketkeeper had to be sure that he wants to take that catch. The bowler was close by. Clarity of thought saved his team over here. The third wicket down. Alvi was looking good. Has to depart. It's not easy playing against the turning ball, and he suffers once again. Laila Cricket Club lose their third in the 7th over. Look at that replay once again. wanted to go for that lofted straight drive. Alvi just managed to sky the ball straight up and straight down. Was a good catch in the end, well appreciated by his teammates. Inspire Cricket Club, they've actually done well to restrict a very, very strong Laila Cricket Club batting lineup. Taken 3 wickets already. So there will be some jitters. The initial thought of getting to a total of around 170 still looks very distant from here on. It is Friday weekend where a lot of you would want to sit and relax, but here at the Cricketers Academy, ground number 2, we are here for the Bimatech Royal Champions Trophy Season 5, powered by Jersey Smith, co-sponsor Eurobangla Foundation. And we're here for some exciting cricket in this tremendous heat. The skies have been merciful. For the last hour or so, we've seen a bit of cloud cover, which means the sun is hidden behind. But that still doesn't make the players very comfortable because there is a lot of humidity to go with it. A lot of sweating is happening. And not a lot of wind blowing across. Shobhon back on strike. Lost his partner. Alvi was doing well while he was in the crease. Run scoring seemed easy for Laila Cricket Club. Struggling at the moment. And Hridoy is done well. Shobhon went for that big hoik down to the leg side. The ball skidded with the arm. An arm ball that went wrong for Hridoy. Another commentator's curse, probably. Gets his lines and lengths on spot once again, but fails to stop that. And fails to stop a single being taken. Direct hit. Not much noise from the fielding side. This has been a very good over from Inspire Cricket Club. Has been an inspirational bowling change. I think it's all about the spinners to do the trick in this particular wicket. They've been more successful. They've been harder to get away. And the batters recognize that. So end of over number 7. Laila Cricket Club 53 for 3. Dibbly dobbly bowling from Ronnie, and first up Shobhon dispatches that. Just a big wind and he smashed that all the way. This has the makings of a big over for Laila Cricket Club. Early indications from Shobhon.
Ronnie does not have a lot of pace, doesn't have a lot of height as well, so he will strictly have to rely on bowling it slow and bowling it at length, keeping it stump to stump. A difficult job for a slow medium pacer. Have they found the ball? Yes, they have. So play will resume. What a mighty blow from Shobhan. Will give him a lot of confidence. Short. Much better from Ronnie. A tad bit quicker as well. The keeper standing right behind the batter. Shobhan does not have the luxury to step out. This time goes off the back foot. Ronnie's trying to keep it as short as possible. Shobhan loves to drive. We've seen an instance there from him hitting that huge six from the first delivery. New batter in is Loban. Handy all-rounder. Batting at number 5 for Laila Cricket Club. Will that go all the way? A fielder gives the chase and the ball, its speed was dying down, so wasn't a boundary. And how many did they get by running? That is the question. A wide call by the umpire as well. Lots of extras. Shobhan is back on strike. Catch it is the call. Is there anyone underneath? Yes, yes, on the second attempt. Another easy wicket. Kisses on the ball. Ronnie celebrates. And I was so wrong. It felt like this could be a big over for Laila Cricket Club, but instead they've picked up Shobhan, the big fish, the big gun. And Ronnie has all the right to celebrate. He's adjusted so well, especially after conceding that 6 in the first delivery. Captain walks in, Yasin, with his team in a spot of bother. Probably not in terms of runs or the run rate, but in terms of the quick fall of wickets that are happening at regular intervals for them. That's absolutely from the bottom part of the bat. Look at that celebration. Some swag about him, Ronnie. It's as if he knew what's going to happen. And all he had to do was make it happen. 1 for 9. Still in his first over. Yasin has walked in. He's got Ishak along with him. Delay of some sorts. Both the batters walking back, I'm not sure. Oh, okay. And both the batters changing their bats. So what does that indicate? Probably taking some lighter bats to make it easy to maneuver through the gaps. Ball doesn't have a lot of pace on it. It's gripping, it's turning, it's keeping low at times. So the wicket has started to behave in a different way. It might get even more difficult for the batting side as the day progresses. Not the best of over rates as well from Inspire Cricket Club so far. It's taking a lot of time here, Ronnie. Well bowled. Keeps it within the stumps and nicely played by the batter as well. End of the over. After 8, it's 63 for 4. A bit more of left arm spin. 64 for 4 at the moment. The runs are drying up with the fall of wickets. The batters are a bit circumspect. This is the third innings that we're watching in today's play. Somehow, it looks like the batting side are not being able to find a way of how they'd want to negotiate those middle overs. Teams start well, they score highly within the power plays, but then start to lose their way. And with quite a few quick fall of wickets, they find themselves in a situation where the batters themselves are in a dilemma whether to go for big shots, whether to keep on playing singles, what could be a good total on this pitch. At the toss, Yasin, the captain, he was talking about a score of 170. The kind of wicket that's on offer at the moment. It looks like anything around 150 could even be a good total. The first match was a low scoring one. Well bowled. Slide appeal. The captain runs in. Soft spoken person. Hridoy into his second over. This is a Group A encounter between Laila Cricket Club and Inspire Cricket Club. Laila winning their first game, Inspire Cricket Club losing their first, so two different kinds of motivation for both the teams. And the action continues at the Bimatech Royal Champions Trophy Season 5, powered by Jersey Smith. A couple of Group B encounters coming up tomorrow at the same ground, Cricketers Academy. Was a long wait for the restart of this tournament with Ramadan and Eid al-Fitr being observed by everyone concerned, and then now we're back. Tries to bowl it as slow as possible. Can't find the gap there. Ishak, handy left-handed batter. Another tight over from Hridoy. After 9, Laila Cricket Club 70 for 4. trying to keep the scoreboard ticking. Singles will do for the moment. All they need is a solid partnership for both the batters to get going. Yasin 4 of 4, Ishak 5 of 8. So they're still taking their time to settle in. Well bowled from Ronnie once again. Just look at how the tides have turned. When Ronnie came into bowl, the first delivery went for a 6. And from there on, Ronnie was on a comeback trail, and he's done that excellently so far. Picked up a wicket. Oh, this time, what's going to happen? Yasin went for the big shot. It's high. It's high and handsome. It is handsome. Yasin would be happy with that strike. Just as I was talking about Ronnie and how well he's come back, he concedes another 6. So what comes after it? A wicket probably? That's been the sequence of how he's been bowling so far. It's short. It's straight. The umpire says not out. Ronnie in disbelief. Yasin trying to convince the bowler that the ball was going down the leg side, and Ronnie was actually asking the non-strikers, the batter, the non-strikers and Ishak, he was asking him, did you see that? I mean, he was so sure it was an LBW. It was strapped in front. He was in total disbelief. Just having a look at the replay once again. Oh, that was close. That was very close. No wonder Ronnie felt that he wasn't given that wicket. Ishak and Yasin still hanging in, almost halfway into their batting innings. 78 for 4, just double the score and you'd find something around 160. So probably they're still on track. They've lost 4 wickets. That has been a setback for them. Well bowled, some extra bounce being extracted by Ronnie as the end of the 10th over. 78 for 4, Laila Cricket Club after 10, and time for change in the com box. Alif Tasnim is coming back soon.
Thank you so much, Purvis. After 10, it's 78 for 4. And this single makes it 79. the second game of the day of Pimatek Royal Champions Trophy Season 5, powered by Jersey Smith. Laila Cricket Club, the defending champions, in fact, the defending runner-up, not the champions, in fact. They're the runner-up of the last season. The champions of the third season, Laila. Oops. Of the outside edge and goes to the short third, and due to an overthrow, a single will be taken. That was uncalled for. The batter was inside the crease, and despite that, there was no need of throwing the ball. The current partnership is 18 from 16. Clipped off the pads. Bit of fumble from the fielder, but there is some extra protection. A big thanks must go to Nishomi Chaudhary and his team for working their heart out in order to make this tournament a big success. Royal Champions Trophy. Shouts of catch it, but it's over the top. A fielder is there in protection, so will be a single only. Ishak Shajul and Yasin are the batters down there in the middle. Yasin is the skipper, who's played 11 deliveries this far. Well bowled, beats the outside edge, does Tushar. End of the over number 11. It's 83 for 4. Aerial. Oh, catch put down. Was an opportunity for Sajjad. It was a difficult opportunity, but this could be grabbed. Here we can see the replay. It was nothing short. Yes, a tough call, but he almost grabbed it. Eventually the ball popped out from his hands. So that's the end of the 11th over. After 11, it's 84 for 4. Tushar with his second over. Some tight and slight turn. So both these batters have to take a lot of responsibilities as the team is staring down the barrel now. They are the ones who need to stand tall and say, "Hello, I'm here. I'm here to rescue my side." Sensible and responsible knocks will be expected from both these batters, especially the skipper Yasin. The tall guy has to play a sensible knock. Clipped off the pads, but there is a fielder at backward square leg, so it will just be a single. That's a cracking stroke. And it's gone for a boundary. All of a sudden, Ishak Shajul decided to cut loose, and he's played a shot of power and elegance against Ronnie. Play and a miss. Ishak was looking to cut the ball, but it was too low to cut. Yet again, the ball kept low. Sweep could be an option against these deliveries, which are staying very low. Nonetheless, it's turning out to be a very good over. Couple of singles, boundary, and one more single. So 7 runs this far. It's never bad in a 20 over match if you consider 7 runs as a spinner. Swung away leg side. And that's a good piece of fielding from the fielder. Very good commitment shown for the sake of his side. But this couple makes it 9 from this over, which is of course on the expensive side. So after 12, it's 92 for 4. Tushar comes back and he gets hit away. That's gone a long way up, but not much distance. But what a catch! That's a ripper of a grab from the fielder. in my opinion, one of the best catches in the history of Royal Champions Trophy. Wow. This is superlative stuff. We would love to see the replay again and again. It went a long way up, but didn't have much distance to cover. But what a take was that from the fielder at long on. He dived to the perfection, and it was very difficult to grab the ball from that position as well. If I try to explain, firstly he ran forward, then it was very low. It was very low and not close to his body. So he had to stretch his arms, keep the eye on the ball, and then snaffle it properly. Full marks to that effort. Fall of another wicket for Laila CC, and they're not having the best of their days with the bat in hand. So Riazul Islam Raji is the new batter. Well bowled. Absolutely. A gem of a delivery was this from Tushar. Swinging the ball back into the right-hander and then hitting that block hole zone. Of course, such a pleasant sight for any left-handed fast bowler. As we see some sweet little spectators at ground 1, spectating the 5th edition of Pimatek Royal Champions Trophy, powered by Jersey Smith. Despite being an amateur tournament, the level of competition, intensity, it's very difficult for an ordinary spectator to guess whether it's a professional tournament or not. That's wide, driven through the gap as well. Boundary for Yasin. It was all timing. He didn't try to overhit the ball, just timed it through the gap. Hasn't made a great sound. Just the sweet timing and the proper placement like a surgeon. A pressure releasing boundary for Yasin and Laila's Cricket Club. The phase of struggle isn't over. Then again, this boundary will certainly help them to be back on the track. Worked. A single will be fetched for Yasin. Oh, well bowled, and that beat everyone. The batter, the keeper, and the fielder from deep third man as well. Now the question is, was it off the pad or the bat? Or it's just buys? The confirmation hasn't arrived, but that brings the end of the 13th over. After 1300 is on the board for Laila CC. It's 1 and 2 for 5. So Taslim is back. Worked away. There should be a couple at least. Has the couple been taken? That's the question. Some turn from Taslim. Driven. A textbook off drive for a single. So only a couple of runs from this Toslim over, turning out to be a tidy one from this left-arm orthodox bowler. Oops, well bowled. Cram the batter for some space. Only 3 from this Toslim over. After 14, it's 1 of 6 for 5. cross batted, but straight to the fielder. The skipper Yasin is trying his heart out to play some lusty blows and score some quick runs, but hasn't succeeded. On the other hand, Riazul is still trying to search for that momentum. Ridha is back for his second spell. That's driven firmly down the ground, but there is a fielder in protection. Sajjad will intercept and prevent the boundary. Comes down the pitch. Opportunity. Oh my goodness. Almost he pulled off another stunner. Somehow it popped out from his hands and went to the fence for a boundary. Otherwise, this could be another stunning catch from the same fielder. There we have the replay. Use of the feet from Yasin. And oh, it was more difficult than the last one, but the luck was in favor of the batter. Yasin moves on to 30 from 20, and the score moves up to 112 now for Laila Cricket Club. Ridoy was frustrated. This could be the biggest wicket for Inspire Cricket Club because Yasin is the only batter, the skipper, who is in the middle for quite some time. Otherwise, it has been a procession for the Laila batters to come and go. Played it late. Straight to the fielder. So no dots in this Ridoy over. 8 runs already. And in the context of this game, this is turning out to be an expensive over because the bowlers were certainly on the upper hand of Inspire Cricket Club. Comes down to pitch yet again, Yasin. And gets a boundary. The shot had enough pace to beat the fielder at mid-wicket. For a moment I thought it would be cut off, but no. The fielder was well beaten. It was outside the off stump. He dragged it from outside the off, played it to the onside. And the timing was so good that the sprint of that fielder couldn't save the 4. So that's the end of the 15th over, 118 for...
Thank you, Alif. It's not very easy to follow up on an act from Alif Tasnim, but I'll try my best, I guess. And as commentators, all we have to do is follow the game. So the excitement has to come from the action in the middle. We just have to follow suit. That one kept a bit low and turned away as well. Riazul would feel lucky to get that single. Gives back strike to his captain Yasin, who's played a good hand so far. 35 of 22. $119 for 5. 29 deliveries to go. If they play at 10 and over, could get above 160, which could be a very good total in this wicket. And with the behavior of the outfield as well. On one hand, Laila Cricket Club probably would have thought they could have scored more in the middle overs. But they've also had to survive that scare after losing a few wickets early on. That's a big hit! And that has gone all the way off the bat of Riazul. It's giving his captain some very good support from the other end. once it came off the bat, did not look like it would go all the way, but strike was clean enough. Just look at that. Cleared his legs, made some room for himself. Full swing of the bat above the fielder, was standing at long off. So very good hit, a brave hit from Riazul. Toslim follows up with a quicker delivery. Laila Cricket Club setting a target here for Inspire Cricket Club. They haven't done much wrong, to be honest. The bowlers have done their job. Oh, a stumping appeal. The back leg of Riazul well placed behind the popping crease. It's been a good fight between ball and bat. Some good quality cricket, some adjustments having to be made by the batters. The bowlers have not done much wrong. And this is the strength of Laila Cricket Club as we look at that stumping appeal from the keeper. The good thing about Laila Cricket Club is they adjusted to the pace of the wicket pretty nicely. Understood that probably 180, 190 wasn't the total they should be aiming for. Lost some early wickets as well. But always made sure that there were a few partnerships in between, just like this one. It's proving to be a fruitful one between Riazul and Yasin. After 16, it's 127 for 5. Riazul doing the right thing, giving the strike back to his senior partner, his captain, who's been striking the ball well, batting at a good strike rate, 36 of 23, 37 of 24 now with that single. Ridoy's final over of his spell, 1 for 24 so far, good outing for him. Smash that high, not from the middle part, off the bat, and easily taken. The reverse cup deployed. And Sajjad takes the catch cleanly. Ridoy gets another wicket. A much needed one for Inspire Cricket Club. They needed some inspiration. This partnership was looking good. Ridoy enticed the batter, got him to play that false shot. Riazul, we all understand it's time to hit those big shots, but the timing just wasn't there for him. Akash is the new man in, just rushing in. It's got Yasin, the captain, on the other end. 129 for 6. Already looks like a decent total. Was flighted, was very enticing. But Riazul fell for the trap, and a nicely taken catch from Sajjad. Riazul has tried his best as long as he was there in the crease, and Akash being greeted by a few from the opposition half. Probably some friendly banter between the two as well. Right hand bat coming in at number 8. Could be pretty handy with some lusty blows. Couple of boundaries, a 6 would really do wonders for Laila Cricket Club from here on. Or he could go the safe way and give strike back to Yasin. Does exactly that. Lots of gaps on the leg side. Wicketkeeper runs but cannot stop that single. Akash gets off the mark. 2 more deliveries to go in this over. Stays on to the back foot. Picks up a single, Yasin. Well bowled. Unlucky the bowler. Was an inside edge, a clear inside edge. Oh no. Went through everyone. Deflected off the wicketkeeper probably. By signal by the umpire, and a spell of good left arm spin completed by Hridoy. 2 for 26 from his 4 after 17. It's 132 for 6. Just saw glimpses of a guest who's entered the ground uninvited, probably. Shuffles across. The bounce just wasn't there. Toslim is pretty tall. He's trying to bowl it full, and there is an area within the pitch that has been acting a bit differently. If you bowl full in and around that area on a drivable length, the ball tends to keep low. This time it's short. Pulled away, a straightish pull, and the fielder almost reaching. In the end, had to decide whether he's going to go for that risky catch or he'd make sure that the ball doesn't go past him. Decided on the safer route. Saved a few runs for his team. Yasin steps out, hits it over extra cover. Oh, and over the hand, my goodness. That is a 6. Would have been a 4 in normal circumstances, but the unfortunate fielder over there, confused whether to take that catch or not, in the end bounces off his hands and over the ropes for a 6. Some fortune in favor of Yasin, but he's thoroughly deserved that. He's really adjusted well to this pitch, which hasn't been the easiest to bat on. Steps out again, keeps it low. And the keeper has to be very careful here. Dot ball from Toslim. Again, beaten for turn and bounce. There's certainly a lot of variable bounce on offer. And the score that Laila Cricket Club have put up looks to be a good one in the context. We've already reached 139. 2.1 overs left. Hits it straight. Came on to the pitch of the ball, and look at that shot. Into the skies. The over ends with a massive one from the captain Yasin, who reaches to his 50 with that magnificent blow. After 18, it's 145 for 6. The captain leading from the front. Two more overs to go and some deserved hydration. Much needed. Players, wherever they were standing, all came running in. Probably some cold water. 2 overs to go in this innings, and then it will be a run chase for Inspire Cricket Club. A pacer being deployed for the penultimate over of this innings. Akash and Yasin in the crease. Akash will take strike. Both the batters putting their helmets on. Had a chat with Yasin during the toss. Mentioned about 170. Can they reach 170? Still need 25 runs from here on, which is gettable. All they need is a couple of boundaries in every over. Bowls it full, outside edge, taken. Nice catch. And Ronnie takes the catch. And Tushar picks up a wicket immediately. First ball of the over and he strikes. Akash has to go. Wicket number 6. Picked up by Inspire Cricket Club. 145. Yasin stranded on the other end. Has to bat with the tail now. Tushar picks up his second wicket. 2 for 12 from 2.1. Johnny coming in. It was a very agricultural looking shot from Akash. No foot movement whatsoever. Just went for that slog through the mid wicket. Shadowing. Could have tried to hit it over covers or hit it straight. Instead went for that slog over mid wicket. Totally miscued outer part of the bat. And an easy catch for the fielder at short third. Tushar will be inspired with his own performance today. And he has inspired his teammates in the process as well. An important over at the death. Surprising that he's not finishing his quota of 4 overs. This is his third. So he's got no chance of finishing his quota of overs. Another cutter outside off. The batter is asking for a wide. The umpire says it was a legal delivery. It was well within the trum lines. Yasin back on strike. Look to hit some big ones here. 106 on his back. Probably has a story behind that as well. He struck it. It's high in the air. Fielder underneath. And takes it. Brilliant catching from Inspire Cricket Club. They haven't missed many. There was one that I remember that was missed at long off, and that was a difficult catch. They've taken one of the catches of the tournament as well in the process, and everything that came their way, the fielders in the deep had to concentrate, and some good catching has restricted Laila Cricket Club to less than 150, and their most potent batter The captain Yasin, just when they needed some momentum to end the innings, has to depart. Tushar picks up his third. That was that shot once again. Miscued. It still went a long way. Everyone uses great bats nowadays. Doesn't have to come off the middle. The ball keeps on traveling. He made it look very easy, the fielder. Nicely taken catch in the end. Kept his eyes on the ball till it reached his palms. Good hands. And it's Asif and Johnny, the two batters who've just entered the fray. Anything they score from here on could be bonus runs for Laila Cricket Club. Tushar, on the other hand, would probably want to wrap things up as quickly as possible. He still has 3 deliveries in the over. Probably might be asking his captain, why didn't you bring me in a couple of overs earlier? Not being able to finish my spell. Alif Tasnim, just sitting beside me, has mentioned how good a batter Johnny is. So I'll have to take my word back on saying whatever they score are bonus runs. If Johnny gets the strike, probably they've got a good opportunity to get to as much as 160. That goes down the leg side, slightly wayward. Left-handed batter putting his line and length off for a bit. Tushar has to make some readjustments to the left-hander. 147 now. Slower delivery. Soft hands from the batter. And he picks up a single. In comes Johnny. Right hand bat. Just faced a single delivery in this innings so far. 2 wickets in this over has been a setback for Laila Cricket Club. A cutter once again was tailing out. Played with soft hands. Picks up another single. So the batters probably have decided and won't want to take any sort of risk against Tushar. He'll safely negotiate his overs and then maybe go big in the final over, the final 6 deliveries. It's Asif who's on strike for the final delivery of over number 19. False start, retracts from his run-up. It's been the pick of the bowlers for Inspire Cricket Club. Tushar, 3 wickets to his name already. Just the 15 runs conceded so far with the ball left in his spell. Keeps it full and straight, flicked away nicely. Gets a single and will be satisfied with that. He's not happy. Not sure what happened over there between the batters. Probably a discussion happening. Wanted to run the second. Johnny not interested. That's the end of over number 19. 150 for 8. 150 comes up for Laila Cricket Club. The end of 19 overs. Final over of the innings. A slower delivery to start off. Siam, another very impressive bowler. Bowled within the power plays, picked up a couple of early wickets as well into his final over. An off cutter, and Asif misses that completely. Again, a slower one, outside edge. Fielder take it on the bounce. And a single taken. They are running for the second. They've picked up two. Not such a good effort there from the fielders of Inspire Cricket Club, giving away an easy run over there. Asif aiming to strike big. Have to be wary of those slower deliveries that are coming his way. Siam bowls it down the leg side. They're running for the bye. We'll have to wait for the umpire signal as well. Would it be a wide or not? No signal from the umpire yet. Bye runs signaled. Bye signaled by the umpire. Another one that goes down the leg, which has not been given as a wide. This one's way outside off and is a legal delivery. So this is good from Siam. Johnny yet to connect with anything properly. He's got the capability. 1 of 3 from his innings so far. 2 more balls left. Again, play and a miss, and he asks Asif to stand his ground. He wants to play the final delivery of this innings. A 6 could get Laila Cricket Club to 159 and give Inspire Cricket Club a target of 160, which means 8 and over. Would be ideal if you could end it with a 6. Won't be easy against Siam, who's bowled excellently in this over. Just the single. Oh, that's high in the air. An opportunity falls into no man's land. 2 runs being taken and will be taken successfully. The end of 20 overs and 155 on the board for Laila Cricket Club for the loss of 8 wickets. The target for Inspire Cricket Club is 156. It's been an entertaining innings, a hard-fought one as well. Wickets kept on falling, but there were a couple of notable performances from the Laila Cricket Club batters up top and even in the middle order. Highlight of this particular innings was Captain Yasin, who scored a quick-fire 50. It's time to take a break as well. You're watching the Bimatek Royal Champions Trophy Season 5, powered by Jersey Smith, co-sponsored by Eurobangla Foundation. Match number 6. The match between Laila Cricket Club and Inspire Cricket Club. Into the innings break, Laila Cricket Club 155 for 8. And the target for Inspire Cricket Club is 156. We will be back soon.
welcome back everyone to the run chase of the second game of the day between Laila CC and Inspired Cricket Club. Batting first, Laila has managed a decent total on the board, which is 155, and Inspire have to score 156 if they want to win this encounter. That's gone a long way up. Shouts of catch it. The fielder is right under the ball, and he doesn't make any mistake. So this is the first wicket. Without even disturbing the scorers, the batter leaves the crease. The first blow for Inspire Cricket Club, it's none for one. Wrapped on the pads. A vociferous shout. No, says the umpire. Well, there was too much swing from Riajul Haq Raji. The ball was perhaps sliding down the leg. Ponkoj is the new man in at number 3. Riajul has struck very quickly in the first over and would love to keep that pressure going on the batters. Inside edge. Still the swing is on. That's a good shot, but better fielding at mid wicket. Ponko just trying to be aggressive in the third delivery he faced. He knows that there is a pressure of scoring. 5 balls, no run scored yet. Comes down the pitch, goes through the cover, and it will reach the fence in no time. The change of angle doesn't really work in favor of Riajul. He came from round the wicket and has been punished for a 4. And that's the end of the first over 2. After 1, it's 4 for none. Pavel to bowl the second over. A lot of left arm orthodox bowlers in this day of Royal Champions Trophy. We have seen Apurbo, we have seen Johnny to pick up 4 wickets. Then Sabir was there in the first match. That's a lovely strike. But a fielder has been found in the deep right in the line of the ball, so only a single. But the shot was really good looking. So dot, single, dot. That's how the second over is progressing. Kept low, wide as well. The keeper was very much enthusiastic, but no response from the umpire. A repetition of the previous shot. This is turning out to be a tidy over from Pavel. Only a single thus far. And he's really bowled well. Mixed things up for the batter. Outside edge. Straight to short third. No chance of a run. So a parsimonious over comes to an end. After 2, it's 5 for 1. Arifur Rahman Asif with his first over. So straight away, a bowling change in the third over of this innings. Despite picking up a wicket, Riazul is not continuing. Interesting from Yasin, the skipper of Laila Cricket Club. Riazul was looking very good with the new ball, but he's been removed from the attack. And now it's Arifur Rahman Asif. So the pressure is right on Inspire Cricket Club. And shots like these will release a lot of pressure. There was a fielder, but it was nowhere near him. Has sailed away for a 6. He prefers that zone as Pankaj. He was down on his back knee, and he literally pummeled the ball. Hit with a lot of power, and he misjudged. The fielder misjudged. Tried to go again, but has been beaten by the pace of Arifur Rahman Asif, as it was a quicker delivery. Goes down the pitch yet again and belted it. Wow, what a strike from Pankaj yet again. Arifur Rahman Asif is right under the cosh. Well, he is being predictable. The left-arm orthodox bowler coming from over the wicket and the ball turning into the lefty. So he's playing with the turn, and the change hasn't really worked in favor of Laila CC. Despite picking up a wicket, Riazul was removed, and they're really paying the price of that bowling change. Hits it hard again, but will find the fielder this time around. End of an expensive over from Asif. 14 runs from it. After 3, it's 19 for 1. Swept firmly. No fielder to stop. Races to the fence. Pankaj has decided to cut loose all of a sudden. And the flurry of boundaries for Inspire Cricket Club. Yet again, the slog sweep came into the play, and it's through mid-wicket. Goes again, straight down the ground, but the fielder somehow manages to stop. That's very good fielding from the skipper Yasin. The tall guy has stopped it. For a moment, I thought it will go for 4 more, but there was Yasin who protected the boundary. Use of the feet once again from Pashkort this time. And now the fielder has been brought inside the circle. As power plays are on, only 2 fielders are allowed to stand outside the 30 yards ring. Goes down the pitch yet again and finds the gap too. Pankaj is absolutely stealing the spotlight here at Cricketers Academy Ground 2. The second boundary of this over. And again, through the similar zone, mid wicket. That's his zone, that's his area. And now I reckon the skipper Yasin should station both the boundary riders in that particular zone, as another left arm orthodox bowler is bowling and the ball is turning into the lefty. Stumped! A bit of variation from Pavel. No turn this time. Pankaj again came down the pitch. And the keeper made absolutely no mistake. Pavel was becoming predictable. That's what we were discussing about. But this time around, he bowled an armour. And that has worked to remove the dangerous Pankaj from the equation. Number 2 down for Inspire Cricket Club. It's 29 for 2. There you go. It was intentional. He pushed the ball wide deliberately when he saw Pankaj coming down the pitch. And that was the plan which succeeded and became fruitful for Pavel. So he gets his first wicket, and it was the big fish. Pankaj, who was looking devastating, had to walk back to the pavilion. Inside edge, straight to short fine leg. Expensive, yet a productive over for Laila Cricket Club. The big wicket of Pankaj came from this. After 4, it's 29 for 2. The expensive Arifur Rahman Asif comes back and he makes a good comeback. A good delivery to beat the outside edge of Pashkor. The new man in is Ronnie. Oh, came down the pitch. Nicked it. And this nick will go to the fence. This isn't the fastest outfield. Then again, it had just enough legs, just enough to run all the way away from the first slip. Could be a spectacular catch if he could somehow grab it. flighted yet again from Asif. The last delivery where he considered a boundary wasn't a very bad one, but his luck wasn't in his favor. Again, coming down the pitch, Pashkar is still using his feet. A quick run taken in the meantime. Stumps have been broken, but Ronnie was safely in. .34 for 2, Inspire Cricket Club. Except that boundary, it's not a very bad over from Asif. 5 runs. Oops, sloppy. But due to the slow nature of this outfield, this won't run away. A couple of runs to complete the 5th after 5. It's 36 for 2 Inspire. And it's the time for a change of voice in the com box. It's my pleasure to welcome Ahmed bin Parvez.
Thank you very much, Alif Tasnim. Testing times for the batters. There was that early flurry from Pankaj, but that has died down. And both the new batters in the crease, struggling to find the gaps, struggling to find those boundaries. Goes aerial, goes past mid-off and towards the boundary ropes. Nice shot, breaks the shackles there, Bhaskar. That's nicely struck. The clarity of thought, the intent, the execution, everything on point. It's batting at over 100 strike rate, 120 to be precise, Bhaskar. It's a big target that they're about to chase. Goes for the cut. Can't beat the fielder at backward point. This is the final over of the power play. 3 more deliveries to go. Stump to stump. Good bowling from Pavel into his 3rd over. Being used as a power play bowler. Bowling with the new ball. Steps out. Goes down the ground. There is a fielder straight to him. Another wicket for Laila Cricket Club. Another wicket for Pavel. Bhaskar has to walk back. Was trying to look aggressive. Struck a boundary. Just a couple of balls back. And all of a sudden, Inspire Cricket Club looking down the barrel. 3 wickets down within the power play. It's just 40 on the board. It's going to be a bit of a struggle for them. The spinner is doing the job. Was struck okay-ish. The timing was there, but it was flat and straight to the fielder, who positioned himself nicely underneath. Took a catch at almost head height. This is good stuff from Laila Cricket Club, runners-up of the previous edition of the Bimatech Royal Champions Trophy Season 4. This is the 5th season, and this is a Group A battle between Laila Cricket Club and Inspire Cricket Club. Laila Cricket Club on the back of a convincing victory in their first game would want to make it 2 out of 2. As for Inspire Cricket Club, they need some inspiration. They lost the first game. This is vitally important for them, or else progress to the next round of this tournament would be very, very difficult for Inspire Cricket Club. It's still attainable, the total that they're chasing at the moment. The current run rate and required run rate almost at a similar level. What they need now is to stop the flow of wickets. They've lost their top 3. It will be a test of the middle order as to how they approach this run chase. It's not easy. In cricket, we have a saying that in a shorter version, it's safe to know the target that you're chasing. But at times, it also creates a lot of pressure, especially when you lose early wickets. They needed a safe enough start, and that did not happen for them. And it's been all through from Laila Cricket Club. Yasin talking to his bowler. Another spin option, Mahin at first slip. So they're going for the kill here, Laila Cricket Club. They've picked up 3 early wickets within the power plays. Would love to have more. Ishak for the first time into the attack. Ronnie on strike. That's flicked on nicely. Finds the gap. Will get a boundary. No power plays. No problem. Ronnie finds the fence. He finds the gap nicely. Waited for it. That was the secret behind that shot. Eyed that area behind square leg. Dispatched it with ease. Not a lot of pace on the ball. Had to generate power using his backhand. The bottom hand. Went for the same shot once again. The appeal only comes from the keeper. The bowler not interested. Walks straight back to his bowling mark. It's a good comeback from Ishak. Oh, what a catch! This is magnificent. A lot of credit has to be given to the captain for putting that first slip in place. And Ronnie tried to be cheeky, deceived by the extra bounce. Hands it over like a catching practice to the first slip fielder, and Mahin obliges. What a catch! That is some reflex shown by the fielder. 4 wickets down, in big trouble now, Inspire Cricket Club. Ronnie walks back, dejected, almost at a shock. Still not sure how it all happened. It happened so quickly. We surely need to see the replay of this particular wicket. Was a decent delivery outside off, a teasing channel. Got that bit of extra bounce there, Ishak. Enticed the batter to play that late guide to third. Just look at that. No bat lift whatsoever. Just wanted to play it past the first slip fielder. What a smart catch. Brilliant. Oh, this is lovely. Test match stuff from the first slip fielder. Laser sharp focus. Excellent reflexes shown. The bowler will get the credit and the wicket to his name, but a lot has to be given to the sleep fielder Mahin, who looks confident now. New batter walks in. He walks into a lot of trouble here, Akash. His team struggling. The middle order faltered. Top order not effective. Another big appeal. The umpire unmoved. Ishak politely asking, was it going down the leg side? Probably yes. The umpire wasn't 100% sure, which is why he did side with the batter. Ooh, that looked close. That looked close. And the next delivery goes for a 6. Back to live action. It's all action here at the Cricketers Academy, ground number 2. We need to have a look at that 6 as well, because we were having a look at the previous delivery, that LBW appeal, and in the meantime, Akash struck a 6. He's on 6 of 2 deliveries. Oh, that's nice. It's nicely played. Started well, Akash. Follows it up with another single. And that's the end of another over. Ishak, a bit of expensive, 11 runs conceded, but picked up an important wicket as well after 7. The team 50 comes up for Inspire Cricket Club, 51 for 4. Left arm spin, and is dispatched or not? Yes, it has been. Be careful there. Someone with a cricket kit walking around. Have to be careful when Rida and Akash are in the crease. They're finding the ropes with regularity. Struck that nicely for a 6. 58 for 2 now. Again, waited and waited. Went onto the back foot and smashed that over square leg. Ridoy and Akash both off to flyers. There is the sun hiding behind those clouds. Ooh, well bowled. Deft touch from the batter. Risky. Could have chopped that onto his stumps. Is willing to take that risk here, Ridoy. Having a final look at the field placement. Nicely played. Past the fielder. Going for the second. Scampering for the second. This is excellent running in this heat. Under pressure. The spirit is still on. Inspire Cricket Club, they need something out of the ordinary to at least get their run chase on track. They've lost way too many wickets. That could be the main reason for their downfall. But they surely won't give up without a fight. It's a good comeback from Russell, asking the umpire how many deliveries are left. There's just one more delivery to go. 60 for 4 at the moment. if they could reach to somewhere around 70 to 75 within the first 10 overs, still could feel that they've got a chance to chase this down as the light fades away gradually. End of over number 8, it's 60 for 4. Riazul comes and Akash smashes the first delivery for a 6. As easy as you like. It's taking a liking to the pace probably. They've been playing a lot of spin out of the 8 overs. It was just 1 over of pace, and that was from Riazul. He picked up a wicket in his previous spell of just 1 over. Just look at that. The way he latched onto it. Supremely confident. Read the length very early there, Akash. That is the hallmark of a batter who has a lot of time in his hand. That wasn't an easy pull shot to execute. Could have gone anywhere. Finds its way over the fence for a 6. It's 14 of 5. He's hit a couple of 6s here, Akash. Ridoy with 1 6 to his name. So they're dealing in 6s at the moment, with a lot of dot balls in between. Extra bounce. Well left. This is good judgment from Akash. Goes to the pull one more time. This time beaten by pace slightly. Tried to play it between mid-on and mid-wicket. Ended up hitting it straight back to the bowler. He's got an aggressive edge about him, Akash. Batting at 200 strike rate at the moment. Just faced the 7 deliveries. Smashes it. When he hits it hard, and that has gone as well. The umpire signals another 4. He's looking confident with each and every shot that he's playing. Slashed really hard. It was a ball that deserved to be punished. It was way outside off. Riazul probably trying to hit the deck. Bowling at a shorter length, and hasn't worked for him in this over. Conceded 10 runs from it already, a 6 and a boundary. A couple of dots sandwiched between them. 70 for 4. They're still well in the game. keeping along with the required run rate here. Inspire Cricket Club drives it straight to long off. Asif is the fielder. 71 for 4. One more delivery to go. Riazul taking his time. Has been a long over in terms of time as well. The final over, in fact, the final delivery of the over coming up went in around the wicket. Ridoy used the angle pretty well, finds the gap and gets the couple of runs. After 9, it's 73 for 4. Can we see ourselves on the background? I think we can. Hiding behind those windows. That's one of the areas where the two teams are stationed. The dugouts, the dressing rooms. It's a nice facility over here at the Cricketers Academy. Soft hands deployed, but no runs taken. Asif to continue. Hasn't picked up a wicket yet. Tested the batters on a few occasions. They are there or thereabout. Inspire Cricket Club. 74 for 4, 9.2 overs. Probably a couple of wickets less. They would have taken it gleefully. The fall of wickets is the biggest concern for them at the moment, but these two were forming a partnership, a useful one. And that too with a high strike rate. Off the back foot. Asif in his third over. Was expensive in his first. Gradually started to come back. Went across the line. A little risky there from the batter. Finds the gap and gets the single nonetheless. This is a right hand, left hand batting combination. So the bowlers will be struggling a bit. Was bowling Around the wicket, keeps on bowling around the wicket against the left-hander as well. Slight appeal there. A polite inquiry. Off the back foot, lofted. That's high and falls into no man's land. They will settle for just the single there. High risk shot to end the over. After 10, it's 77 for 4. Well into the run chase here are Inspire Cricket Club. And it's also time for a change in voices. Alif Tasneem will be joining us soon.